Guardians of Dominion, Zeus is bringing fresh Adam battlefield data. Adam is still misunderstood, and many players are forcing him into the wrong structures instead of building around his scaling, sustain, and energy rhythm. I tested 2 setups that show different ways to unlock his value. Watch this carefully. With this content, I want to share 2 Adam team compositions that I think are good enough to bring to the community. And let's be clear from the beginning. I am not saying these teams are meta. I am not saying they are unbeatable. I am not claiming they will destroy everything. But after testing them, I think they are interesting enough to consider, especially because Adam is still a hero where players are searching for the best direction. The reason I want to share these teams is simple. Maybe someone in the community finds a better version. Maybe someone tests a similar setup and improves it. And this is how we help each other, by sharing results, testing ideas, and finding stronger combinations together. The first team composition I want to share is Electra, Goose, Sebastian, Burner, and Adam. This is a hybrid team composition because it combines magic and physical damage. For this reason, your war flag patterns should also support both directions. You want physical attack and magic attack patterns, because this team is not focused only on one type of damage. Adam brings the physical pressure, while Electra and Burner bring another layer of scaling and durability. For the team pet, I used Axel. The reason for Axel is very important. Axel distributes incoming damage across the team, and this helps Adam gain energy more often. When damage is spread around the team, Adam receives small portions of that damage, and those small hits can help him reach his ultimate faster. So Axel is not only protecting the team by spreading damage, he is also helping Adam become more active during the battle. And with Adam, this matters a lot. The more often Adam uses his ultimate, the more pressure he creates. So Axel fits this team because he gives protection and also helps Adam's rhythm. Now let's talk about the heroes. Electra's role is to protect the team. She helps the team survive long enough for the battle to continue, and this is important because both Adam and Burner become more dangerous when the fight lasts longer. Goose helps with healing and keeps Adam alive. He also supports Burner, which is important because Burner can become very dangerous if the battle drags out. Sebastian is here to increase the team's damage output. He gives critical hit support and pure damage potential, which helps Adam hit much harder. Adam already has good scaling, but with Sebastian, his damage becomes more threatening. Burner is one of the most interesting parts of this team. When the battle continues, Burner becomes stronger. And what I like about this setup is that the enemy cannot focus only on Adam. If Adam dies early, Burner can still continue the fight and kill the enemy team. But if the enemy focuses too much on Burner, Adam gets more time to grow stronger and punish them. So the team creates a situation where both Adam and Burner can become dangerous. That makes it uncomfortable for the enemy to deal with. But this team is not perfect. It has weaknesses. The biggest weakness I noticed is against teams with Fluffy and Jorgen. If the enemy has both of them, this team slows down a lot and cannot perform at its best. Jorgen can disturb the energy flow, and Fluffy can create problems with control and resurrection mechanics. Against teams that do not have Jorgen and Fluffy, the performance is much better. In those matchups, the team has time to build momentum, Adam can ultimate more often with Axel's help, and Burner can grow into a serious threat. Another thing I noticed is that this team is unpredictable. I tested it in arena and guild war battles, and there are fights where Adam suddenly takes over and kills the enemy team. That unpredictability is one of the reasons I wanted to share the team with you. So I invite you to test this team and give me feedback in the comments. Maybe you find a better version. Maybe you change one hero and make it stronger. That is exactly the kind of testing that helps the community. Now let's move to the second team. The second team came from the weaknesses of the first one. Since the first team struggles against Fluffy and Jorgen, I modified the setup to deal better with those two heroes. The first change is replacing Electra with Julius. The reason is simple. When the enemy has Jorgen, Electra becomes much less useful. Because of her very high health, her energy bar fills very slowly, and sometimes she cannot activate fast enough to protect the team. So the protection we expect from Electra does not happen at the right time. That is why Julius becomes the better option in this version. Julius has strong synergy with Adam, and we already talked about this in previous content. Julius gives protection, shields, speed, and more stability. He does not rely on the same timing problem as Electra, and that makes him more reliable against Jorgen teams. Now, usually when you want to deal with Jorgen, one of the best answers is to use Jorgen yourself. And when you want to deal with Fluffy, you need Morrigan, because Morrigan can stop resurrection effects. So the first three heroes in this version are Julius, Morrigan, and Jorgen. I keep Adam in the team, because Adam is still the main damage threat. But I also changed the healing setup. Instead of using Hus, I use Dorian. The reason is Dorian's aura. When Adam deals damage, he can heal himself through vampirism. This is very important because Adam can deal high damage, and every strong hit can return healing back to him. So instead of depending only on direct healing, Adam can sustain himself through his own damage. This team surprised me. Against enemy teams that include Jorgen and Fluffy, this version showed much higher success than the first one. Morrigan limits Fluffy's value because Fluffy cannot fully protect the team through resurrection. Jorgen slows down the enemy team and disrupts their rhythm. Julius gives protection and stability. Dorian gives Adam sustain through damage. And Adam has time to increase his physical attack and become more dangerous. Another interesting thing is that this team does not use Sebastian. At first, that may look strange, because Sebastian is one of the best heroes to increase Adam's damage with critical hit and pure damage. But in this setup, the idea is different. If both teams slow down because of Jorgen, Adam gets more time to scale. And if Adam gets enough time, his physical attack can grow high enough that he does not always need Sebastian to deal serious damage. So this second team is more focused on surviving difficult matchups and countering Fluffy and Jorgen setups. It is not the same aggressive version as the first team, but it gives you a better answer when the enemy team is built to slow you down. So to summarize, the first team is Electra, Hus, Sebastian, Burner, and Adam, with Axel as the team pet. This team works well when the enemy does not have strong disruption from Jorgen and Fluffy. Axel helps distribute damage and makes Adam ultimate more often, while Burner and Adam become dangerous if the fight lasts long enough. The second team is Julius, Morrigan, Jorgen, Dorian, and Adam. This version is built more specifically to deal with Fluffy and Jorgen teams. Julius replaces Electra for more reliable protection, Morrigan helps against Fluffy, Jorgen controls the enemy rhythm, Dorian gives Adam healing through damage, and Adam becomes stronger with time. These teams are not perfect, and they are not unbeatable. But they are interesting, and I think they are worth testing. Now I want to hear from you. Did you test Adam with Burner? Did you try Axel as the team pet with Adam? Or did you find another Adam setup that performs better? Write your results in the comments, because I want to see what the community can discover with Adam. Salute and friendship.